Hello and welcome viewers. Today we are going to learn how to set up Kubernetes dashboard. I have configured a cluster about a month ago where I configured my Kubernetes cluster with kubeadm, and I have one master node and two worker node, as you can see here, and also I have allocated 2 GB of memory to CPU on each node. Right, so if you want to configure your cluster, make sure that um, capacity is allocated, otherwise you'll not be able to set up your cluster. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring my terminal session, and if I run kubectl get node here, you can see the same information. I have 3 nodes, 1 master, 2 worker node, and if I run here on the other terminal, watch for my all ports running under all namespaces, I would be able to see these are the pods are running. There is nothing much running on it, only one which is metric server I have configured post Kubernetes cluster setup, and this will going to help in some scenario. I will going to tell you why and why we need the metric servers. Okay, so in this video we are going to learn about the configuration of dashboard. Right, so first thing what we need in order to configure, go to internet, let's close this session and search Kubernetes dashboard. Right, so once you run the search that, you'll see this link on top. Click on that link, you'll be able to see about some information about Kubernetes web UI, how you're going to configure it, and there is one YAML file you'd see which is recommended.yaml, and I'm going to run this YAML file. Let's copy this, go to my terminal and run it. Okay, so once I run that, you can see there are 2 pods trying to spin up. It is pretty fast, the first one, and it is already running now, the scraper matrix pod, and other one it is trying to start and it's already running now. Okay, so when I run that YAML file, as you can see, the first thing it tries to create a namespace which is basically Kubernetes dashboard, and also it created service account, service, and there are 3 secrets. It's created one config map, there are some cluster role binding and also cluster role, and deployment file for my metric scraper and dashboard. Right, okay, so let's run kubectl get all now. Okay, so when I run this command, you'll be able to see the pod information, service information, deployment, and replica set information. The next thing what we have to do is to change this type for my service from cluster IP to node pod. In order to access your web browser, your Kubernetes dashboard from your web browser, we would need to configure that. Right, so and how we are going to configure, let's do that. kubectl edit, and let's edit the service kubectl dashboard, and go to the bottom of the file. Here you see the type and change the type from cluster IP to node pod, and in the pod section let's make a change, node pod equals 3232.1 I'm going to give. You can give any port. Let's clean this up. Okay, so this is how your specs section would need to be look like, otherwise you would have problem. Okay, let's save this file, and it's saved. Clear the screen, kubectl get svc. Okay, so now I see it has changed to node pod, and also I have set up an external pod which is 3232.1, and it is going to run on HTTPS. Right, so let's try to access my dashboard from my web browser. And how to access it, the first thing what you have to ensure is in which node your dashboard is running. Currently it is running on node 2, and also if you would like to find out where what is the IP for the node 2, and this is the IP, let's go to my web browser, https 192 and IP is 168 126 32 32 1. Okay, so proceed with unsafe, that's not a problem. Okay, so looks like I tried to configure earlier, that's why it given that thing. Okay, so when I tried to log in, the first thing it would give like this, it would going to ask you a token if you're trying to access with the token. Otherwise you can use this option as well, but token is pretty simple. Let's go ahead with that option. In order to find your token, what we have to do is just to kubectl get SA, which is nothing but service account, and let's describe the service account, describe SA, and this is the service account, which is about 3 minutes ago it created. Okay, so let's describe it, and here I would see the token information, kubectl describe token, give a token name, kubectl describe, okay, SA, kubectl describe, sorry, I would say a secret, it's not token, it's a secret, and this is where I can find my token, and let's paste it over here and try to log in. Okay, so when I try to log in, it throws an error, it is unable to log in, and bunch of error you would see here. That is basically you do not have proper rights, that's why I'm unable to log in, right? So how to fix it? You need admin rights or cluster role bind to for the service account you are going to use to log into the dashboard, right? That's why when I'm trying to log in with this account service Kubernetes dashboard, it is throwing an error. I need a service account which has cluster role binding, right? So how to create that? I have a file, let's beam to that file. Okay, this is the service account YAML file, I already have it. So this is the content of it. You see I just named it as to dashboard admin, and it is going to run under the same namespace which I'm currently on, Kubernetes dashboard. And I'm also creating one cluster role binding, right? And here you can see service name, service account name information, and also the namespace. So this is how your service account YAML file would need to look like. Okay, I'm going to give you this file in my description area or in GitHub. I'll upload it, so no need to worry. So let's create this account, kubectl create -f k8s. Okay, so let's create this one. Okay, so my service account is created. Looks like cluster role binding was already there earlier because I tried testing, that's why it says it already exists. Anyway, for you it won't going to throw any error because you are going to do it for the first time, right? So for now, if I do kubectl get SA, you can see this is the new service account created just 24 seconds ago. kubectl get and let's do an describe on it, describe SA, insert this file, and again describe the secrets, kubectl describe secret, create a screen, and this is the token. Let's copy the token and paste it here. Excellent. So now I can able to log in. I don't able to see any issue, and currently it is in default namespace. If I click on all namespace, I can see the workload of my clusters. This is pretty cool. So first, this particular section, this graph, you would not see if you do not have the metrics configured. Here there is a metric server running, right? So if this metric server, if you are not configured, you would not see this particular section. I would anyway going to show you in my next video how to configure metric servers. No need to worry. Okay. So and down below, if you look into the workload status, it is in all green because my all pods are up and running fine. There is no error. That's why it is all green. And there is some utilization you also able to see if you scroll it down a little. These are the utilization for my pods. All right. And if I go to the bottom here in setting, I like this dark theme. Let's enable that, and now you can see it is in black and white, and it looks pretty good for me. So this is how you would see your node utilization. You can check out the other options, which is your namespaces. There is one PVA I created for test. You can able to see this persistent storage information and all other cool stuff in your Kubernetes cluster dashboard, right? So if I scroll it up, overview, yeah, so this is how it look like. If you wanted to go and look for the particular node utilization, you can click on nodes. Here is the node information, and click on each node to get the graph about your node information and the utilization of it. Yeah, so this is how you'd be able to configure your Kubernetes dashboard. It is pretty simple and easy. You have not watched my other two videos where I have showed how to configure Kubernetes cluster with kubeadm, and the other one I have showed you how to configure Kubernetes cluster with minikube. So please watch those two videos. It would be easy for you to configure Kubernetes dashboard when you have configured your cluster, right? So please make sure to go through those videos, and once you're done, you would be able to configure your dashboard. Alright, so that's what I was supposed to show you in this video. Let me know if you have any doubts when you configure your dashboard. If you run into any issue, feel free to write them in the comment section. I will try to get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much for watching my video. Have a good day.